There's no soil, no irrigation system, nobody watering it. It hasn't rained in 3 weeks. And yet, this plant is bigger than anything in my neighbor's garden. How? What you're looking at is a self-watering hydroponic system. No pumps, no electricity, no experience required. Each one of these buckets cost me under $3 to set up, and inside each one, a full-grown food plant. In a 5-gallon bucket, on a balcony. This method has a name. It's called the Kratky method, and almost nobody uses it. This isn't backyard experimentation. NASA studied passive hydroponics for deep space food production. The University of Hawaii published research proving it outperforms traditional soil gardening by up to 10 times in yield per square foot. Bernard Kratky, a horticulture researcher, discovered that plants don't actually need a pump to grow hydroponically. They just need the right gap. More on that in a second. People are using this method in apartments in Seoul, on rooftops in Mumbai, in basements in Iceland where it's too cold to grow anything outside. And it works every single time, with almost zero effort. So why haven't you heard about this? Here's the uncomfortable answer. You can't sell a subscription to a bucket of water. You can't patent a gap of air. You can't build a billion-dollar industry around the fact that plants, mostly, just want to grow. Traditional gardening requires you to buy soil, then fertilizer, then pesticides, then tools, then more soil because the first batch wasn't right. Hydroponics, the high-tech kind, requires thousands of dollars in pumps, timers, reservoirs, and electricity. The Kratky method requires none of that. It works too simply to be profitable. And that's exactly why it was never heavily marketed, never put into textbooks, never pushed by the gardening industry. It slipped through the cracks. Until now. You've actually seen a version of this your whole life. Remember that bean-in-a-cup science experiment from primary school? The one where you dropped a seed into some wet cotton wool and watched it grow? No one watered it every day. No one added nutrients. It just used what was there. That's the same instinct behind this system. Plants are survivors. We've just been taught to overcomplicate them. Here's the science, and I promise, it's simpler than it sounds. In the Kratky method, you fill a bucket with nutrient-rich water. You suspend a small net pot at the top, with the plant sitting in it. The roots grow down into the water. But here's the genius part. As the plant drinks the water level drops. That dropping water creates an air gap between the surface of the water and the base of the net pot. And that air gap, that's where the magic is. The upper roots stay in air, absorbing oxygen. The lower roots stay in water, absorbing nutrients. The plant gets exactly what it needs, exactly when it needs it. No timer, no pump, no guesswork. The plant regulates itself. Here's how you build one. Right now, today. Step 1. Get your bucket. A standard 5-gallon bucket works perfectly. Black ones are best. They block light and stop algae growth. Cost, about $1 to $2. Step 2. Cut a hole in the lid. You need a hole just big enough to fit a 3-inch net pot. A hole saw or even a sharp knife works. Net pots cost less than $1 each. Step 3. Mix your nutrient solution. Fill the bucket with water. Add hydroponic nutrients. A small bottle costs around $5 and lasts months. Follow the dilution ratio on the bottle. That's it. Step 4. Set your water level. The water should just barely touch the bottom of the net pot when full. That's your starting point. As the plant grows and drinks, the gap forms naturally. Step 5. Add your growing medium and seedling. Fill the net pot with clay pebbles, or even just a bit of rock wool. Place your seedling or germinated seed inside. Step 6. Put the lid on. Walk away. Seriously, check the water level every week or two. Top it up once it gets low. That's the entire system. Total cost, under $10 per bucket. Total time to set up, 20 minutes. Now, here's what most people get wrong when they try this. Mistake 1. Too much light hits the water. If light gets into your nutrient solution, algae explodes. Use a dark bucket. Tape over any gaps. This is the #1 reason people fail. Mistake 2. They fill it too high at the start. Roots need that air gap. If you fill the water all the way up to the net pot bottom and keep it there, you drown the roots. Let it drop. Mistake 3. They use tap water without checking pH. Your water needs to sit between 5.5 and 6.5 on the pH scale. A cheap pH meter, under $5, is all you need. Too acidic or too alkaline, and the plant can't absorb nutrients even if they're there. Mistake 4. They plant the wrong things. Lettuce, spinach, kale, basil, cilantro. Perfect. Tomatoes and peppers work, but need